Hello, fellow YouTube thumbnail creators. I'm Bill Doobie. Welcome to Thumbnail Hacks. This week we're doing primary colors. Stay tuned, and I'll discuss it without you having to see me for the rest of the video. Let's get to it. It's going to be fun. I decided to do a thumbnail with just the primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. And these are actually paint primary colors. We're going to be getting into all sorts of things about color. Even decided to change my brand stamp. Here's what the new brand stamp is. Notice it is just blue, red, and yellow. Yellow, for example, that's 255, and this gives all of the information on each one of the colors. We're going to get into that more in depth later in the video. This was my first version on my brand stamp. This was an intermediate version. This is the actual finished version of brand stamp. Now here's the finished thumbnail for this week. Everything is a primary color. Let's see if black and white would be clickable. Check the clickability. That one's pretty clickable and you can read it. This is the black and white version of the same thing. I thought it looked kind of bland myself. Then I was thinking, primary? Why not the reverse of primary? And yes, believe it or not, this is the reverse of the primary colors. Also, black and white. Now we're going to get into the primary colors, talk about each one of them. Let's dig. 255, which is the max red value you can put on, and 0 green and 0 blue. Let's look at yellow. Yellow is a combination of red and green. See, full red, full green, 0 blue. And the hex is FFFF00. FF is 255. And 00 is just what it sounds like, 0. All right, blue. Blue is 0 red, 0 green, and all blue. Primary colors. You might try this. I found it very refreshing to go and say, okay, I'm going to stick to just 3 colors for my entire thumbnail. This is just a combination of red, blue, and yellow. Strongly suggest, if you do any sort of research online, to bookmark in your browser. This is a nice feature in Chrome. Just a little side note. We went into the code of colors last week. I'm not going to get heavy into that. It's a really good resource, and there's going to be more in the description. The same with primary colors, except primary colors, I don't think I gave you much more than a snippet of that. This will give you an indication of color mixing, how things work with light and color. Also, these colors will be dependent on your monitor too. Notice right here, this is cyan. Yellow, which is a mixture of red and green. Red and blue make violet, cyan, and yellow. Then we have printed colors. And with printed colors, they do it all sorts of different ways, but cyan, magenta, yellow, and K is actually black. I will have a reference to this maximum support color chart because it'll have all sorts of information about the color coding. Next, we have hexadecimal explained. Hexadecimal just means hex, which is 6, and decimal. So it's base 16. Why didn't I think of that? Looked it up on Google and pasted that in here. This is a spreadsheet that will have every hex number there is, all the way up to 255. FF, full force. That'll take all the mystery out of those numbers that we have here. FF, that's 255, 00, that's 0, and 00. I like giveaways. Anyone who reads the description on this video will be able to take this web link here and get the technique of stage lighting. And the nice thing about that is it explains color mixing. I love thumbnails. I love doing thumbnails. I love discussing thumbnails. Primary colors. Have fun. Go out there. Stay safe. Love you all. Bye-bye.